Hey, this is Greg McIntyre with McIntyre Elder Law, helping seniors protect their assets and legacies. And I'm at a little after 10 o'clock at night. The importance of estate planning. I just finished up a long work day and still actually not finished yet because I'm still working. But I don't call this work. I call this, talking, educating. I want to talk about the importance of estate planning. I asked Taylor today, who works with me, what should I talk about today? What's important for me to talk about today? She said, Greg, people have to know about the importance of estate planning. We see people every day who didn't plan ahead. It makes it extremely hard for them. So I wanted to go over a few points on why you should engage in estate planning. Is the timing right? I don't know. Is the timing ever going to be right? Is the timing ever going to be right for me to have another child? Is the timing ever going to be right for me to get married? Is the time ever going to be right for me to buy long-term care insurance? Is the time ever going to be right for me to protect my hard-earned money and property with legal planning? Whether the time's right or not, you need to stop what you're doing. You need to think about whether you have your ducks in a row, whether you have properly planned to protect your hard-earned money and property and your family. So why is estate planning so important? First, protecting your home. I'm going to talk about protecting your home first. I care a ton about my home. I just had another room finished in my home, a small one for one of my children because my two oldest girls were fighting, and I'm working hard for that house. I'm paying for my kids' college, but that house, I'm going to have a lot of that'll be a few years. The house is going to take me 30 years to pay off. I'm going to invest a lot of time, money, and energy. And for many Americans, for many people, it's the biggest asset that you have, the biggest solid asset, not liquid asset, money that you can't move really quickly. So is that something that you would like to protect? Here's why you should look to protect it. You should look to protect it because you want to stay in control of it for the rest of your life. You should look to protect it because you don't want a healthcare situation that's no fault of your own to allow your house to be taken by the state or sold to pay off a lien owed to the state because they had to come in and pay for long-term care for you. And it can be simple to protect that house. There are tools to protect that house. The Ladybird deed is one of them. You should protect the house because it could leave a legacy for your family. It could send a grandchild to college. So we must protect this house, not just a saying for a sportswear product, but also a saying in our office. And sometimes that's where we start. So protecting the house can be extremely important. Number two, protecting the family. I care about my wife. I care about my children. I care about my family. If I didn't care about my family, I wouldn't be working hard. If I didn't care about my clients, I wouldn't be working hard. I wouldn't be filming this after 10 o'clock at night. And then I'm going to go for a run because I didn't get to get my workout in today because I saw clients and then got caught up in work and it just didn't work out. But I'm going to get it in today. But we want to protect the family. Because I love my wife, because I love my children, I want to take care of them. If I have a situation where I need long-term care or something catastrophic happens to me and I need extended care, then I want to have long-term care insurance in place so that all my assets don't have to be spent down, so my wife doesn't have to live in poverty, so my children can be taken care of. I want to have that in place, and that's something that's important for me to put in place. So long-term care insurance can really, really help there. We see that all the time in our legal planning, in our legal consults. Somebody that has long-term care insurance has a huge shot at protecting everything they've worked for, including their real estate, their homes, or their home. If you don't have long-term care insurance in place, you should have, and even if you do, you should have your other foundational documents in place. You should have documents that allow your spouse to act as you financially, as long as you trust each other. It's a great show of affection. It's a great show of care. Protecting assets is a great way to show that you care about your loved ones, that you care about your family. Either it's protecting it for them so that they're well taken care of, or it could be a selfish reason too. estate planning can be very, very selfish to say that you want somebody that can help protect everything you've worked hard for your entire life if something happens to you or you're in a situation where you can't act for yourself. We can put those things in place. 3, it can help your family, okay? It can help your family to protect assets. It can help your family by providing more money for the grandkids. It can help them get a start in life. It can help your children. Hopefully you have great family, great children out there, and you want to help them. It can give them a help. We use trust, though, to protect against that situation, too. So let's say there's a large amount of money, life insurance or some other money. Maybe you've done well, and you don't want the kids, maybe you don't want the grandkids to have a ton of money at the young age of 18. You want it to dump into a discretionary trust with a trustee that you trust. Maybe it's one of your children. That's the trustee over that trust. And it's doling out that money to grandkids as soon as they hit 18 and ensuring that they go to college and spend 4 years at least in college or pay for trade school, whatever they want to go do. And then when they've matured a little bit, let's say at 25, starts distributing a portion to them over time, maybe over 10 years, 10% a year, so they don't get it all lump sum, and it helps pay for their college. Now, you want to talk about something that really, really helps your family and can leave a legacy. That's an amazing way to do it. And we can help with that. We do a lot of trust drafting. Also, estate planning leaves open room for benefits, flexibility with benefits. So let's say you already have in place long-term care insurance. Heaven forbid something happened there, you didn't make a premium payment, you let that go, or you never had long-term care insurance. Then at least having in place your foundational documents like a general durable power of attorney, also called a financial power of attorney, can allow a spouse, for instance, or a child that you trust to come in and do some planning for you, do some protection for you, and organize your assets in a way where maybe you could qualify for a long-term care Medicaid benefit, or to pay for nursing home or assisted living care, or for instance, you could possibly qualify for a veterans benefit like Veterans Aid and Attendance Pension benefits, which can add a large amount of money to your income to help pay for in-home assisted living or nursing home care. Those are reasons why you need to have your foundational planning documents in place, because it allows room for benefits, for application for benefits, while also protecting assets. And that's one of the fun things that we do is in our benefits department, help activate benefits while also protecting assets under Medicaid and VA rules. Flexibility in planning. That is number 5. And the last one that I'm going to talk about tonight is flexibility in planning. Who wants a car with no reverse? Nobody? No one wants a car with no reverse. Who likes a one-way street when you need to back up and go the other way? So you want to build flexibility to plans. As I said, that general durable power of attorney really, really provides a reverse, because it allows someone you trust to come in, and if, let's say, you backed yourself into a corner for benefits planning, somehow you did some estate planning that was wrong or is no longer right for you, and your wife needs to come in and maybe protect some assets a different way, well, if you've appointed her to handle your financial assets and real estate, then that spouse can do that for the benefit of the family and for your benefit to qualify you for assets and protect assets if you've wrongly planned or not planned, okay? So it can allow for a reverse in the plan and allow for flexibility in the plan. And that's extremely important when we're putting together an overall comprehensive estate plan where we try to see every avenue, we try to anticipate every turn, we try to guess what the future holds. But you know what? As much as I think about those things, I'm not a fortune teller, and probably neither are you. So if you are, please come help me plan. We can predict the future together, okay? The point is we want to provide flexibility in the planning because of the unforeseen. So, estate planning is extremely important. The importance of estate planning cannot be overstated. If you have any questions or you'd like to ask us any questions, we'd be glad to answer them. Call our office, 704-259-7040. At this point, we have an office in Charlotte, uptown, and in Shelby, uptown, and we're easily accessible, and we'll make ourselves available to you, and our communications team would be glad to help you schedule something or get a question answered or help you in any way we can. I'm Greg McIntyre, the elder law guy, helping seniors protect their assets and legacies, and you get some sleep. Have a good night.